Hello there everybody, Happy New Year. I hope everyone had a good one. To begin 2019, we are going to be doing something a little different with this channel. I do occasionally dabble in watching TV shows, and there are some of them that get me hooked, with one of them being Gotham, which is beginning its 5th and final season tonight. So I thought to celebrate that, I'm going to be counting down my top 10 favourite characters in Gotham. This show started as a cop drama, but it took its time to find its niche, and it was very inconsistent to begin with, I'm not going to lie, but eventually once the show acknowledged its comic book origins and embraced the dark campiness to it, it became one of my favourite shows. Now, this will be the first episode of Ranked. I'm going to try and do these more often, but before I get started, if you do like what I do on this channel, feel free to hit that subscribe button and drop a like, and tell me what your favourite Gotham characters are in the comments below. With that out of the way, let's get on with the list. Victor Zsazel comes in at number 10, and is probably one of the villains that have benefited the most from being in this show, as he has always been a lower mid-tier character in the list of Batman villains, as he is basically just a psychopath who likes to cut himself. Gotham has turned him into a casual, smooth assassin with a dark, humorous personality, and Anthony Carrigan absolutely owns this role, from his casual introduction in Season 1 to going around to Jim Gordon's house for a casual, I may have to kill you, but I like you, so I thought I'd give you the heads up in case that does have to happen. He doesn't show up as often as I would like, but when he's there he brings a lot of fun into the scene, and when he is in kill mode, he is a terrifying character to say the least. Number 9 is Bruce Wayne, aka Batman himself. Now my big issue with the earlier seasons is that the two leads, Bruce and Gordon, were the worst parts of the show for me, and whilst Jim Gordon still reminds me of a male Commander Shepard, spoilers, he is not in this list, Bruce's character has developed over time, and whilst his Wild Child arc in Season 4 became a bit irksome, he has grown into a confident, defiant character that is sold really well by the Ranger display acted by David Mazouz. He has developed as an actor, and it is great to see him be this defiant, no-nonsense kid one scene, then being really awkward and adorable whenever he is within range of Selina Kyle. I look forward to how his arc ends in this show. Number 8 is Butch Gilzean, the big cuddly bear himself, aka Solomon Grundy. This character was quite a surprise, as he is probably the most gentle gangster I have seen in a show. Honestly, he is like a big teddy bear, as I've said, and despite his infinite loops of betrayal, he has stayed as one of the most sympathetic in the show. And whilst I hated how his 4th season did end, it was also kind of brilliant. To see his Solomon Grundy arc was a lot of fun in his chase to become himself again. Drew Powell just brings a level of sweetness to this character that is very surprising when he does something really bad. One of my favourite scenes in Gotham is still that scene from Season 1 in the car. He has been through a rough ride, but Butch has been a character that we have loved from start to finish. Number 7 is Leslie Tompkins. Now, Leslie Tompkins has had some of the best development in the show. Played by Morena Baccarin, when we first see her, she is just Gordon's next lover, but she developed quite well throughout the season until she is suddenly gone. She reappears in Season 3 and has a really bad arc with Mario, and that one was one of those arcs where the show goes against the grain to make Jim Gordon look like the saint, when in all honesty he was the arsehole in that situation, and her arc in that season ends with probably one of the weakest villain runs I have seen. But my god, she come back swinging in that 4th season, still maintaining her core values but becoming a lot cleverer and wittier as time went by, and I straight up love the pairing with her and Nygma. The temporary triangle was dumb, but I love how she came to the point of being her own person, regardless if she was with someone or not, and that last season had quite the interesting cliffhanger that I can't wait to see the conclusion of. Number 6 is Selina Kyle, aka Catwoman. Was one of the few characters from the moment I saw them I thought that is Catwoman. The mannerisms, the way she talks, her attitude. Cameron Bicondova acted like she was 10 years older, and from the word go she has never slipped up acting wise. The character can be inconsistent at times, but when it comes to the people she cares about, you can tell that she would die trying to defend them. Her relationship with Bruce was an interesting one, with her always giving mixed signals, afraid to grow attached to anyone, but at times she is needlessly an ass to Bruce. But it is sweet when she indirectly tells Bruce she loves him in Season 4 with the "I'll be there whenever you need me" line. Honestly, I cannot speak highly enough of how well they've developed this character in the show. Number 5, speaking of people that are close to Bruce, we now come to Alfred Pennyworth, the butler himself, played by Sean Pertwee. Now, Alfred is always portrayed as the wise-speaking older gentleman in the Batman films, but we never get to see an element of younger Alfred, who in Batman canon is an ex-Special Operations executive member. This show has brought that side to Alfred to the screen, who delivers some of the best one-liners, such as saying, "I'm not a cop, I'm a butler," while stabbing someone's hand. Alfred, when he springs into action, is some of the best content in the show, but even as a day-by-day butler, he is fantastic. Whether he is dropping wisdom, laying down the law, or awkwardly leaving the room whenever Selina is there. I find the development from constantly badmouthing Selina in season 1 has now become a casual "good evening, Miss Kyle," as she slides in through the window. The thing with the Ra's al Ghul storyline is a bit of a soft spot in his arcs, but all in all, he is my favourite version of Alfred. Sorry, Michael Caine. Number 4 is Harvey Bullock. Harvey Bullock is arguably one of the most fun characters in the show. Whether he is constantly sarcastic in peril or cracking wise to Jim Gordon, he's a lot of fun to watch. Donald Luge has taken the trope of the drunk aging detective and has turned it into something fun. His arc in the latest season has been one that has truly been gut-punching, but he sells it brilliantly. Nothing can beat the body cut vibe he has with Jim, apart from the one pairing that I will get to, but honestly, the only Jim Gordon scenes that I do enjoy are when he is bantering with Harvey, and that is a bromance I can watch time and time again. Now, number 3 is Jerome Valeska. Now, this character is brilliant. Whilst we are now stuck with Jeremiah, Corinne Monaghan comes out of nowhere to give us a fantastic Joker. From the moment he did that smile in season 1, he did not stop amazing us with his level of crazy, and his antics lead to some of the best episodes, when he invades Gotham PD in season 2, to the carnival in season 3. He just works on every level. Even the way he goes out, whilst it was sad to see him go, was genius in how meta it was. The way he embodied Joker's chaos fit perfectly, and his line about being remembered was both a great note in the context of the show, and generally just acknowledging that us, the audience, will remember him fondly. All the laughs, all the fear, and all the good and terrible times, he has just made Gotham a much-watched show in every episode that he was in. Edward Nygma, aka the Riddler, has been one of the joys to watch, with Corey Michael Smith absolutely nailing the mannerisms of the Riddler. From his early days as the awkward weirdo with the riddles in season 1, all the way to his insanity, full Riddler persona in the later seasons, he has just been a lot of fun to watch. You can tell the actor was having a lot of fun with the role. That episode where he crosses paths with Lucius Fox was one of the best episodes in my opinion, and this show really thrives when it's meta. Seeing Nygma outright saying he must have a nemesis to be a complete villain is a big highlight, and when he has that first kill and goes to Penguin for advice and assistance, that just becomes one of the funniest duo dynamics within the show. And number 1 is obviously Oswald Cobblepot, the Penguin himself, who almost single-handedly held the show together in season 1 with his manipulation and intelligence, creating all the twists and turns that gave the show a captivating viewing. Played by Robin Lord Taylor, he embellishes a complex character. Whilst he has been inconsistently written at times, at his core he is this frail, paranoid man with major trust issues and a sadistic nature when it comes to the ones that he cares about. His bond with the orphan boy Martin in the latest season has to be one of the first times we have seen him truly love someone since his mother's death. Speaking of which, his revenge for that, coming out of the blue 2.5 seasons later, was shocking yet brilliant, and demonstrated some consistency in terms of storylines. His frenemy bonds with several characters, especially Nygma and Gordon, are always tense, as you don't know who is going to screw who over first, and I can't wait for him to assume that throne of King of Gotham once more. Also, I cosplay as him, so I gotta give him some love. But anyway, guys, now that this show is coming out, I will be reviewing it. I don't know if I'm going to be reviewing episodically or just doing it by half seasons, so let me know what you want me to do down in the comments below, and let me know what your favourite Gotham characters are as well. Hit the round subscribe button for more content coming all the time, and this is the Spikehead Podcast, signing off.